It's around 7:15 in the evening, and a middle-aged man who's trying to get home is waved away by police officers. Within an hour of this CCTV recording, Ian Thomlinson would be dead. This morning, an inquest jury has been told how the 47-year-old newspaper seller had inadvertently been caught up in the protests against the G20 summit, repeatedly finding his way blocked by police cordons. Then this. Mr. Thomlinson is shoved to the ground by a police officer. At first, he appears unhurt and walks away. But shortly afterwards, he's on the floor having collapsed. A medical student, Lucy Apps, goes to his aid. Footage from a police helicopter then shows the scene as officers and paramedics try to revive him. Finally, officers can be seen carrying Mr. Thomlinson's body from the scene. His family watched as these pictures were played in court. His widow was in tears, and one of his sons had to leave the courtroom.
Cordon, but I am joined by somebody who was there. So can you tell me what you saw?
Yeah, I think in any confrontation, truth is the first casualty. I just want to clarify the reports I saw from this morning. He was not in his mid-30s. He was a gentleman who seemed to be over 50. He was riddled with tattoos, and from the smell of him, he'd been drinking all day, and his eyes were very wide, as if he was under the influence of drugs.
What about the action of the... police? That we can't speculate about the condition of the gentleman, but yeah. What is at issue here is the way the police handled it.
I think I came along at 6:30 last night, and the police seemed to be acting very professionally. There was no overkill, no beatings, and the only reason this gentleman collapsed is because the police ran forward maybe 20 meters at a time, and then he ran off as well, and I saw him collapse and smash his head, and then he was lying there with his eyes wide open, and then a guy in the audience had a megaphone and shouted, "Police, we need a medic," and within seconds the police had a team of 8 people ran forward, and yeah, there was a couple of people throwing bottles and bricks.
I unfortunately did not have my camera with me, but I had my megaphone.
To clarify, were you taking part in the protest? What were you doing there?
I'm a city worker. I was there out of interest, of curiosity. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much.
I hesitate almost to bring it up, but I understand that last April at the G20 in London you saw a pretty horrific event. Do you want to talk about that?
Of course, yeah, no, quite happily. I was a witness to the IPCC, which stands for the Independent Police Complaints Commission. There was a middle-aged man, his name is Ian Thomlinson, who the whole world saw the police kill him. They killed him. I had the chance to speak to him twice in the minutes before he was killed. I unfortunately did not have my camera with me, but I had my megaphone. And Ian Thomlinson was there, just like the rest of us, to express his disgust at the machine-like globalization we're all being subjected to. And also, he was there to express his disgust at how the police actually create riots.